Hello friends, once again welcome back to Core Chemical Engineering channel. So today in this video I'll discuss about the IOCL interview selection process for chemical engineers. So during the campus placement selection process, right? So IOCL recruit via two methods. One is for via campus placement. It goes to the reputed colleges in the final year and they recruit the final year students and hire them as a management trainee. And the other way is they recruit via the gate exam. So this is how a fresher can enter into the Indian Oil Corporation, a Maharatna company. So mode of selection is basically it takes technical interview followed by the personal interview, that is HR round. So in short and simple way I am trying to tell within 5 minutes that what are the questions that are being asked, what kind of questions that are being asked during the interview, and what are the expected questions generally HR people ask during the interview. So here I'll discuss it one by one, so you can see it here. During the personal interview, that is the technical round, okay. So first question they had asked, these questions were previously asked in the interview and I had consolidated all those points by taking these questions from my juniors, colleagues and seniors. So I'll share with you guys. So first question they had asked is, what is meant by vacuum distillation? Then what happens if crude is heated continuously? If space time is increased, what happens to reactivity? All these kinds of questions they ask. So suppose if they had like a interviewer panel had asked about vacuum distillation, so you must prepare like all kind of distillation, like extractive distillation, vacuum distillation, what is atmospheric distillation, okay, all those things you must prepare before you go into the interview. Then after that what are different types of pumps, okay, so you must remember like types of pump, positive displacement pump, reciprocating pump, you must be aware, and what kind and in which condition we use centrifugal pump, in which condition we use positive displacement pump. In positive displacement pump, like piston pump, plunger pump, diaphragm pump, all those things you must prepare. Now how do you rate a pump? Then after that, what happens to boiling point when pressure increases or decreases? Then after that, heat exchanger design, how you can design the heat exchanger, okay, so you must prepare the design aspects also. How can you design distillation column design? Then after that, which liquid you put in cell side or on the tube side in a shell and tube heat exchanger, depends on the corrosivity, heat, or whether it is steam, like a type you need to define with respect to the types of fluid you are going to use in that heat exchanger. So you must prepare all those topics also. And generally interviewer panel ask based on the experience, they don't remember the bookish knowledge. So these are the things that actually happens in the plant. If you in future if you go and work in the plant, then you will realize these are the very basic questions, right? Now then the that factor or clean and why. So what is that factor, clean factor, how can you say that a exchanger is fouled, okay. Then after that, effect of temperature and pressure on the quality of product in distillation column. What is cavitation? So cavitation is very important because this is the common phenomenon that is happening in any industry, like with respect to the centrifugal pump. So you must be aware about the what is cavitation, how to calculate the NPSHN and all. Then after that, they had asked the question, what is octane number? And then in LPG used in foreign countries, propane or butane is percent more. So the LPG we are using in India and outside the country in foreign, so what is the percentage of propane or butane? So whether in India percentage of propane or butane is more or in foreign, so what is their ratio, you must prepare, and what is the logic behind that. About hydrocarbons, IOCL products, so if you are going to for an interview in a refinery sector, then you must prepare the petrochemical and petro refining book is there. So flash point, all those things you must prepare, because they ask the question based on the experience only, because their personal experience, and they are the panel would be very very skilled and experienced people would be there, those who have operated the industry for 25 years, 30 years. So those kind of people would be there, and you will have a fresher, like you will be like a fresher, and you have to deal with them. So at least they will be knowing that you don't know anything, because bookish knowledge and book knowledge and the actual practical thing is very different. So they just want to check that you have the basic knowledge, like you have studied very you have studied during the college time or not. Just they check your attitude and all. Then comes the personal interview, HR round, right? So in HR round, the first question any interviewer, any HR asks is to tell me about yourself. So this is the first question any HR people expect from you. So you have to be prepared with this question, and depends on this question varies with respect to the company. Like you have to make sure you are going to fit into that organization and prepare yourself in that way. What position are you in your class? Do you play sports? Who is your favorite cricketer and why? What qualities did you like in him? Will you be willing to go to any part of the country if the job is given to you? Which places in India you have visited? What are your future plans? Did you ever visit a refinery? All these are the expected questions HR people ask from you guys. So that's all. So total the summary of the experiences is: have a good grip on our core subjects. Just do your best. Don't worry about the result. In a HR round, be clear that you fit into that position. So you have to prove that if they are going to hire you, you will become the asset in their organization, not a liability. So because based on you, they are going to do their job. Like you have to perform very well. So they just check the attitude, and will you be able to take the responsibility, job role responsibility in that company or not. So all those things are the simple things that they ask during the interview. Know the profile of the company properly. So before you go into the company, you must read the profile. Means you must know about that company. Like suppose IOCL is there, so you must know about what is IOCL, when it has been started, and what is the turnover of that company, and where how many refineries IOCL owns, what are their locations, okay, and what would be the job profile for them. Like those kinds of things you must prepare before you go into the interview room. Suggestions to juniors: companies always look for dynamic people, obviously. So guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Hope you like this video and it is useful for you guys. So if you do like this video, don't forget to like and share among your friends and colleagues, and please let me know into the comment box if you want to know anything else apart from this. So guys, thank you so much. And one more request is there from you guys: don't forget to subscribe this channel. Subscribe please. Thank you.